I'm Suzanne McNeil. I just got back from the Certified Teachers Zentangle Retreat up in Massachusetts. It was such a wonderful time. Everyone shared tips and tricks, and some of the girls offered to share them with you. So I want to show you those now. We arrived here at the Rolling Ridge Retreat Center, 38 acres, plus the beautiful old home that we got to stay in. Here's Judy working very hard on her muslin bag with the Pintail gel roller for fabric. It's beautiful, Judy. Cindy's working on her company logo for Zentangle. Really beautiful. She has some neat techniques. Here's another muslin bag. Everyone's having so much fun.
Hi, I'm Betty Abdu, and I'm here at the Rolling Ridge Retreat Center in North Andover, Massachusetts. Myself and Christine Britos have just completed the first annual CZT Retreat. So we gathered together a lot of the certified Zentangle teachers and had a great weekend. What I'd like to show you now is a tangle that I came up with and some variations on that. The tangle starts out, we'll put it on our regular tile, and we're going to do one section of that using my string line. The tangle starts out with a row of circles, and my next row is going to be between the row above, and so on until I complete the space I have defined to work in. The next step in this tangle is to connect rows horizontally and vertically. I like to start in the middle. It kind of gives me a basis of where I'm going. I'm going to connect on a horizontal plane. And come across here. And as always in Zentangle, we adapt if things aren't exactly square. We don't worry about it. Just keep going and repeating your strokes. The next step is to connect the last set, which this is off the screen or off my defined space. That's okay, we can adjust to that, and I guess I can't see those. Now I'm going to include my diagonals. I'm going from one to the next, avoiding any intersection that has the circle. And there you go. And I like to turn my tile so it makes it easier for me to do that, and I will do the opposite intersections. Again, I'm going through the intersections that do not have circles. And now I can vary this by deciding to fill in with full dark or dots or lines certain segments of these designs. So in this case, I think I'll do a burst, starburst in every one that has this location or this orientation. So I'm just going to work my way around the tangle to each of those places. And again, I frequently will work towards the middle of the tile first and then deal with ones that are partially out of view and need to go behind. Like here, this one is just a little bit showing. Somehow once I get my brain and eye trained on these others that are fully visible, it makes it easier for me to find the right space to be tangling in. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of shading. And of course the shading, lots of variations can be done on that, but I'll just give you a little hint of what I might do on this one using just a regular old pencil and a blending stump. My fingers are kind of fat on the end, so I like to use the blending stump. Makes my shading go a little bit better. And you can see that it kind of makes the design pop out a bit more. Here's some other variations on this idea. The basic structure is the same in each of these, and you can see that I added an additional diagonal in here and then chose to just put dots in this one. Next, I used lines, and then this one has a full black fill-in. And although they all started with the same structure, I think they have quite different looks in them. And lastly, here's a tile that has a couple of examples in different scales and different finishing techniques. The name of this tangle is K-Dex, and that's a combination of a couple of tangles that we've all seen before, Cadent and Dex.
Hi, I'm Christine Britos with Expressive Coach, and today I'm going to show you how to organize your tangles. I know it gets a little overwhelming when all these new tangles are coming about, but I have really organized in nice ways, a lot of different ways, but this is a way that's worked with me. I have different tangles with each different step. I've organized them in simple baseball card system with simple baseball card with squares. Can we start again? A sample card of one of my favorite tangles made by Mary Elizabeth, and it's called Lace. Draw some lines, make them curved, straight, and that's the first step. Then the next box you do the same thing. Lines, try to match it up. If it's not the same, that's okay. Life's not perfect, neither is Zentangle. And then the next step would be to add the circles. Topping it off, making a circle right on the top, and as you can see, it's making it look like it is going through. You're lacing. Lace again, and another circle. Making sure those lines hit that end of this circle, and at the same time here. So this is very simple steps. You go into the third step. Again, the line for the first step, curve, another curve, rounding and topping it off, rounding that edge, topping that off, going all the way through, doing pretty much the same thing you did for the second step. Now the third step would be, so the third step, we're moving on. I will show you on the larger size. I'm going to make the line, make some more lines. Where do I want to go? And I'm going to curve it wherever you want that lace to go. The second step, round it off. Make sure those lines touch the edge. Round it off, making sure they touch the edge. Round it off. Off and round it off. Oop, this needs to end. And then the third step would be to color these in. So it really makes it pop. And it makes it look real. as you can see, my tangles, I really go with how it turns out. If they go out of the line, I work with it. I don't use an eraser. I create tangles because I enjoy the process. I don't want the stress. And that's what you can do, and there's a lot of different variations, but enjoy this tangle made by Mary Elizabeth.
And here are some more of Christine's tiles using the same tangle, but variations right here. It's just a wonderful idea, and I love her cards. Great way to file all your tangle patterns.
Hello, my name is Judy Anderson, and today I would like to demonstrate one of my favorite tangles. It's called Echoism, and it's one of the originals that was designed by Maria Thomas. And I am going to start by drawing a circle with this plastic cup because I am going to use the design Echoism as a border. And so I'm going to use a second line underneath, create a second line underneath. So I have this space. And then with my Micron pen, I'm going to start drawing the Echoism design. And it's a very fluid motion that is a series of loops and then downstrokes. A loop and a downstroke and another loop. And it almost, when you look at it, looks like a series of L's that I have drawn. And I would continue that way all around the border. And then to enhance it, you can fill in the loops with a solid stroke that will make it stand out a bit and make your design really pop, because you'll have a little bit darker and a little shading in there. And then once you complete all of the loops, filling them in, then you will go back, and where you have these spaces, you will use another one of the enhancements that Maria has developed that is called drawing an aura. And that just means that we are following our original line and tracing around our original line. And it's repetitive strokes, so we just do that to all of them. Draw our aura, and then go back in. If there's a space there, we just fill it in. And there are no mistakes with Zentangle, and so it is all beautiful. And then we do that on the bottom part of it also, just following the original line that was there. And when it's completed, it makes a lovely border. And here I have a lovely canvas bag that I have created a mandala, and mandala as some people pronounce it, but it is a design that is cross-cultural. This one I feel has a little bit of Native American influence, and you can see that I've used Echoism as the border all around the design, and I filled in the bottom loops with black ink, and the top ones I brought in a little color. So it really is Zentangle inspired art rather than pure Zentangle. And then to give it a feeling of completion, I have used the little circles around the entire edge. This is another embellishment that Maria Thomas introduced us to.